It's ironic that on the day this nation commemorates the civil rights accomplishments of Martin Luther King Jr., a major racial controversy is raging on the nation's campuses. The NCAA is imposing a new limit on colleges that give sports scholarships. Some say the new rule is racist. Alec Roberts explains.
Thompson is heading for the exit.
It was a dramatic statement. Georgetown University coach John Thompson walking out of a game with Boston College. A protest of a new eligibility rule that dashes the hopes of many inner-city youth who see basketball as their ticket out of the ghetto. Under the present rule, Proposition 48, a student who scored at least 700 out of a possible 1,600 on the college boards or had a C average in 11 core courses is eligible for an athletic scholarship. There is a proviso, however, that he or she would have to sit out the freshman year. The new rule, Proposition 42, changes that. Starting in 1990, no student will be eligible for financial aid unless he or she meets both criteria, a C average and a 700 combined college board score. In a paid interview, Thompson said the poor will be victims of the new rule.
It's not that I'm opposed to standards. I've heard that ridiculous statement. That has nothing to do with it. What I am interested in, and that's considering opportunity. What opportunity has a young person had to compete with someone who has had more of an opportunity because of economic reasons?
Temple University coach John Chaney said he plans his own protest.
We plan to go to court because this is a civil rights issue.
The close NCAA vote in favor of Proposition 42 rekindles a long-time controversy over the alleged cultural bias of SAT tests. At Seton Hall University, athletic director Larry Keating says the tests have failed to predict college performance. In fact, Seton Hall students given scholarships under Proposition 48 have done well with proper counseling and help.
To assume that their basic intelligence is not capable of college work is a very biased position.
Larry Brown, former coach of Kansas and now coach of the NBA's San Antonio Spurs, agrees with Thompson.
I don't know if our guys would qualify under Proposition 42.
Many of the NCAA schools that support Proposition 42 do so on principle. They feel that students who don't qualify for college shouldn't be there, much less be paid.
I get good grade, but I'm not on scholarship in any way, and I don't feel that just because somebody can handle a basketball or are good in athletics, they should be able to get a free ride.
The fight over tightened eligibility standards is just beginning, and Thompson says that while he may be back on the bench, he won't be satisfied until the NCAA reconsiders. In New York, this is Alec Roberts reporting.
All they seem to know is that my son is missing.
Jack Lemmon, his son. Sissy Spacek, her husband. Missing.
What happened to my son? He knew too much.
Seized in broad daylight.
Oh, my God, that's him.
An unforgettable thriller based on a true story.
You think he's dead?
Jack Lemmon, Sissy Spacek.
I just want my boy back. Name of missing person.
Charles Horman.
Missing.
Thursday at 8 on Channel 11. The Battle of the Sexes rages on with Sam and Diane. Cheers. Weeknights at 7 and 11 on Channel 11. This is WPIX New York, a Tribune broadcasting station.
USA Tonight's Health Beat, brought to you by Advil.
Each year, nearly 1 million Americans die from heart disease. It's the nation's #1 killer, claiming a life every 32 seconds. But there is some good news. The American Heart Association says the death rate from heart disease has dropped 24% over the past decade. And doctors are crediting this improvement to medical progress as well as a more health-conscious America. There is, of course, still room for healthier habits, some medical advice, monitor your blood pressure and cholesterol level, and, of course, stop smoking. There is also some great news for the type of person who likes to get up and go. There is now evidence suggesting that workaholics are no longer common prey to heart disease. But there are now more dangerous habits in attitude, namely hostility, mistrust, and open expressions of anger. For example, becoming easily annoyed at slow-moving bank lines or harboring a constant mistrust of people's motives can be very unhealthy for the heart. The researchers say that while there is no clear explanation of controlling feelings of rage, they admit there is no harm in trying to remain calm. Matter of fact, it may prove a very healthy habit. The former president of the Philippines is back in the hospital again in guarded conditions, suffering from pneumonia and bronchial asthma, according to a spokesperson. Ferdinand Marcos, who has been hospitalized twice before for congestive heart failure, was taken yesterday to St. Francis Medical Center in Honolulu. Ferdinand and Imelda, his wife, are both under indictment for allegedly plundering more than $100 million from the Philippine Treasury. A hearing in New York this Thursday will decide if Marcos is well enough to travel to New York for an arraignment.
USA Tonight's Health Beat, brought to you by Advil.